Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I pulled for you the Hierophant as your overall energy for the new moon in Libra. I'm sorry, the full moon in Libra, and I've probably been saying the new moon the whole time. Well, fortunately, I caught myself, Cancer, and you're the lucky one. The Hierophant is describing some kind of a commitment you've made to the social order. And for many of you, I feel this is to an institution of marriage or the family, primarily because of your own characteristic energy around protecting those you love, your own particular core of sensitivity and intuitive strength, that there's something that you're protecting, and this can be regarding a loved one in particular. So you may be responsible for the care of a loved one, or you may be being cared for by someone who is significant in your life. There's an accumulation of lessons that perhaps you've learned together along the way that are helping you to make the adjustments necessary as a result of the nurturing, the protection that is needed at this time. And this can represent a long-term relationship, whether it's a marriage with a family member or friend. You have been together for a long time, and you understand each other well. You understand the needs of one another. So the ability to care for this person feels very powerfully like a labor of love, an act of love that is a culmination of the sharing of a loving, warm, supportive energy that you've always enjoyed. This is incredibly powerful energy that I'm feeling from you, Cancer. This is a general reading. It isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. I'm not going to be doing personal readings for much longer, but I appreciate those who do connect me in that way. So I also want to welcome all of you that are new, and those of you that are familiar with me. You probably recognize I'm returning to an earlier style of reading the cards to release myself, give myself more flexibility as I'm changing, and I'd like my readings to reflect that. So thank you for the time that you're spending with me. And for your 10th house, the 9 of Wands is showing up as a way of identifying your predominant energy with regards to your community, the way others see you. You are persevering, if nothing else. You are determined. You are hardworking. You're diligent. You've been working at something for a long time. And for some of you, this can be improving upon your health, being healthy, having a healthy lifestyle or a healthy mindset, attending to your mental health in a way that reflects who you are. And this has not been an easy journey for you. This seems as though you have experienced a lot of damage, a lot of disappointment, but you have never, ever given that up. This is often referred to as the wounded warrior. And even in this deck, the African Tarot, this individual is holding a shield as if the staff is a weapon. So that can kind of give you a sense about the attitude of your energy at this time. You are like an arrow being shot from a powerful bow. You attack something in your efforts to be successful, to remove all barriers, and you've been wounded in the process. So you have suffered some loss, some damage indeed. And so this is about the story of Chiron, who in fact was wounded, doubly wounded at birth. Because his mother, I believe she was a water nymph or sylph, was raped by his father, who was Chiron, who I believe was a Titan. My Greek mythology is a little iffy, but at any rate, when he was born, he was so disfigured because his father had disguised himself as a horse or a stallion, that his mother abandoned him. He was too horrifying for her to take up her motherly duties. So he was fortunately adopted by Apollo and, I want to say, Athena, his sister, who were masters of the arts, healing, culture, music. So he got a phenomenal education and eventually became a great healer. And so the story goes on and on about a mortal wound, a wound that he sustained, but because he was immortal, he would never die. He just simply suffered endless pain. And in the end, he traded his mortality somehow to be free of the pain that he experienced. But along the way, he tutored many of the children of gods, and he was the prime teacher of Asclepius, please tell me how wrong I am, who is known in Greek history as the father of medicine. So that is to basically describe a picture of wounding, our own wounds, that we live this life, that inform our life's path, that inform our healing. However we're disfigured or different becomes a pathway for us to move forward in our life in order to heal that, relieve at the very least the pain of that wound. In the first house, the Death card is describing as well a way that you are deeply transforming. And I believe this experience of caregiving or being cared for is actually transforming and altering a situation beyond recognition. It feels as though it is based on accumulation of a loving experience or connection in your life. And that is actually what is transforming you and this experience of suffering into something different. This is a change that can't be stopped. You have sacrificed so much to be in the position you're in now, no matter how comfortable and glorious it may feel, how successful or vindicated you may feel. You have had to let go and surrender to a lot of painful and uncomfortable experiences and perhaps relationships as well. This is about the loss, taking a break from what you've lost, letting go of what you've lost. This is clearing away the space for this wonderful love, this wonderful opportunity to be well again. In the fourth house, the Six of Wands is in an area of your life, your home, your foundation. This is your natural house, Cancer, of family, of your roots, where you are experiencing a lot of success. You are committed to doing the job that you're being tasked with right now. And for some of you, it is about taking care of someone. My sense is that this is someone that has taken care of you, someone you love. It could be a parent, it could be a spouse, it could be a family member. But you are doing your best in the best way possible, in a way that garners you some attention. And this may be the kind of attention that leverages and changes the way someone sees you, someone experiences your attention, your nurturing, your provision of needs. So you are being tended to and tending to, or tending to someone else in a way that is improving your condition as simply one member among a team of members who are all doing the same work. but your participation is actually modeling the solution in a way that is concrete, but simply comes from you doing your best in your particular arena. This is giving your all, being authentic, genuinely committing to the process. In the 7th house, significant others, the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, your partner, your spouse, your family member, whoever you are deeply connected with, has established a foundation of comfort, even luxury in some cases for you, who has built along with you a foundation that you can rely on. This is about stability and security that can relieve your sometimes worried mind of the bills getting paid, the groceries being bought, meals being prepared, whatever it is that can stress you out, making ends meet. This has been planned for and prepared by you in partnership with another. Certainly, if you're not in a significant partnership, this is with whomever you are being cared for or providing care for. If it's a parent, they have made provision for this restoration, this rest, this healing period. If it's a spouse, they're taking care of all the business that you can't take care of, and vice versa. If you're taking care of someone, you're taking care of all the basics so that one can be comfortable, one can truly relax and restore this foundation in your life, this physical and or material foundation. If this reading is resonating with you, Cancer, please like this video. Please share this with others. And please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the ways that I am supported by you and appreciate all the energy that you send me in whatever form it comes. And I pulled the Judgment card. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. This has really gotten you through, I believe, a situation, an environment, perhaps a family or a team, a group in which you felt judged, you felt excluded, you felt different in a way that was penalized or punished. And in turn, you did not punish or judge others for not including you. It certainly hurt you profoundly. You were certainly damaged by this behavior, this desire to be a part of something that where you only experienced rejection. And eventually you gave up. Eventually you let it go. You released it. You surrendered to it. However, that surrendering is what changed it completely for you, because by releasing your attention from a space of pain, you actually have gained the higher regard of some of your family members in some cases, or team members, partners, who recognize your non-judgmental efforts on behalf of the team or the project or whatever it is you're working on. In fact, these people marvel at your lack of vengeance, jealousy, anger. Well, maybe a little anger you have. I can see you being a little pissed, a little frustrated, a little worn out, a little disgusted at times. But overall, it isn't in your nature to hold on to that. You're more attentive to your own needs or to the needs of the loved ones in a way that you can tend to, in a way in which you feel connected with, you understand. And you understand that your modalities of healing, of support are multiple. It isn't just by giving the medicine or listening to the doctor's orders or taking someone to the doctor as examples that you are healing. Your ability to simply listen to someone who is suffering is monumental. It's a monumental gift. And you're channeling a lot of love and a lot of concern and providing a sounding board often for a soul that is in torment. I'm going to clarify the Death card with the Lover's card. And this is really along the lines of this profound relationship that I feel you are recommitting to. In fact, I can see some of you doing a vow renewal, a recommitment to a partnership. If you're married, then a recommitment. If you're not married, but you've been long time past partners, may be some kind of way that you are legalizing your partnership so that you are committing to the institution in some more formal way. But overall, you're making a decision that is based on uh, the necessity to feel good, to be supported, to be valued. This is about moving towards and through your long-term best interests. It's not about an instant gratification. It isn't about your picking and choosing among superficial qualities. This is really about a deeper connection based on values that you share. And you have surrendered choosing to fix others, to allowing yourself to accommodate others' needs constantly, and instead have learned simply to choose yourself. And by choosing yourself, that includes choosing those that support you and are reciprocal with the sharing of resources, that are joined with you in common work. In the fourth house, the Six of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Swords. I do believe that this is going back to the sense of saying yes to yourself. And it's interesting how choosing self is actually allowing you to commit to a community in a more all-sided way. So in the past, committing to a community where you experience hurt and rejection was painful, difficult, and almost impossible for some of you. The nature of the violent responses to you or your input were more than you can bear. But the idea that by choosing yourself, prioritizing your needs, your connections, your relationships that support you, you've actually garnered the respect of those who mistreated you in the past on the very same terms. In some ways, they marvel at your clarity, your wisdom, and the courage and balls to simply say hell no to them, to let them go, to not be concerned, to X them out of your little black book. And isn't that the way of the world? In the seventh house, the Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Knight of Swords, and lots of folks are getting this. I believe that this is about the way that you are experiencing a reality, a truth, by letting go of your expectations, your judgments for sure, by forgiving yourself for having erred, making mistakes, and instead being curious. If you weren't right about X, then what else might you not be correct about? What else can you explore? Where else are you curious about your foundation, what you need in your foundation, what would amplify your comfort, your enjoyment of your foundation? What can you build on the foundation that you and someone most likely have carefully created? No matter how humble that may be, your stability and security are basic, but now that you have that, where can you go? I love this together. And in the 10th house, whoops, well, I already pulled it, the World card. And this is all about closing out a cycle of struggle. This is all about ending a conception that life is a struggle, that relationships must be hard, or that family is always so contentious. There's something you've closed out that has transformed itself because you've released it. And this is beautiful. You haven't given up looking for answers regarding the preparations that you're making for something new. You are aware that as you are closing out, finding closure through your actions, you are gaining and being prepared for something very different, a leveling up, a greater exercise of your creative will, a greater attachment to your talents, a lack of judgment that is liberating you and allowing you to recognize opportunities where you have not seen them before. I'm going to finish off this reading, Cancer, with the selenite. And the key words are spiritual awakening. I'm a spiritual warrior of light. And isn't this perfect with the Wounded Warrior card? Chiron's story is probably of particular interest to some of you, particularly if you're dealing with any kind of a health challenge, mental or physical. And I hope this has been insightful to you. If you've enjoyed this content, check this out. And until next time, Cancer, namaste.